There's this quiet battle that happens inside us. It's not fought on some grand stage, but in the silent moments of a completely ordinary day. It's really just the space between the person we promise ourselves will be in the evening and the one who actually wakes up in the morning.
The night before, well, that's when we hold this vision of a different self, don't we? A version of us that's focused, disciplined, truly present. But then, in that stillness just before dawn, something else stirs. The very first moment you're awake. And right there, that's the first test. Just a silent pull toward that little glowing screen on the nightstand.
And reaching for that phone, it feels like just a habit. But it's more than that, isn't it? It's a choice. It's a choice to let the entire world rush in. All its noise, its demands, its worries, before your own thoughts have even had a moment to take shape. In a way, it's a kind of surrender.
But there's something so powerful about starting the day in silence instead. Just letting your mind wake up on its own terms, Not greeted by chaos, but just by the light coming in the window. That quiet at the very beginning, it sets a tone for everything that comes after. It sort of echoes through the rest of the day.
So really, that's the first question of the day, even if we never actually say it out loud. Who gets those first moments of consciousness? Is it the world or is it you? And the answer to that, well, it pretty much decides if your day is going to be spent reacting to everything else or acting from a place of your own intention.
I've come to think of our attention as a kind of currency. Really, it's the only thing we truly own, and there's only so much of it. Every day we're deciding how to spend it. We can either invest it, pour it into one single thing that matters, or we can just scatter it. Spend it on 100 little things until there's nothing left. And you know the feeling, right? 1 hour of real, deep focus, it feels like you've built something. There's something solid left behind in your mind. But then you have 3 hours of scattered, broken intention, and what's left? Usually just exhaustion, and that weird feeling that time just vanished.
This is why we create these little rituals, I think. Not to be rigid robots, but to protect our minds from themselves, from that natural tendency to drift. It's like making a little deal with yourself. Okay, for this block of time, it's just this. And then, after that, it's just rest. It's that rhythm. That's what protects you from that slow drain of being only half-focused all the time.
It's funny. We think a tired mind needs rest, so we give it more stimulation, a different screen, something entertaining. But true rest, it's usually the exact opposite. It's just a moment of nothing, a little bit of emptiness. Just letting go of focus for a second so the mind doesn't have a problem to solve. And it's only in that quiet that you start to hear what your body is trying to tell you.
You know that feeling of mental fog? That thing we call laziness? Sometimes it's not a moral failing. It's not a lack of willpower. It's often just the mind misreading a really simple signal from the body. It could just be a desperate, quiet call for a glass of water. Something so basic we just completely overlook it.
And it's the same thing with movement. We misread that need too. It's not always about a hard workout. Sometimes it's just a gentle awakening for the body. Getting the blood flowing, getting oxygen to the brain. It's really about preparing the physical self so the mind has a clear place to operate. You're just tending to the home the mind lives in.
When it comes to the body's energy, it's pretty much a zero-sum game. Whatever you eat, you're making a choice about where that energy goes. A big, heavy meal, well, it comes with a heavy cost. All your body's resources get diverted to the massive job of digestion, and that just leaves your mind in a fog. Whereas a lighter meal, that's fuel for clarity.
There's a real wisdom in hitting the reset button during the day. A quick nap, a short walk, even just a couple minutes of total stillness. It's like admitting that your mind is this complex machine that every once in a while just needs to clear its cache before it can take on the next thing.
The mind really does seem to have its own tides. In the morning, for a lot of us, there's this ability to just absorb things, to take in really dense information. But as the day goes on, that energy changes, it shifts, and it doesn't want to absorb anymore. It wants to apply. It wants to create, to do something with what it knows.
And after a whole day spent locked up inside your own head, the body just craves release. A walk in the evening isn't just exercise, is it? It feels more like a ritual. It's like you're physically shaking off all the mental weight of the day, just trying to find that balance again between mind and body.
Creativity is another kind of release, isn't it? It's like this essential reset button that reminds you that you are not just your work. Your identity is bigger than your to-do list. It's a space where there's no goal, no objective, just the simple act of making something. And that's what keeps you from burning out.
The evening, then, it's not the time for heavy lifting.
It's not for tackling big new problems. It's more for consolidation. It's like tidying up your mental workspace at the end of the day. You're just organizing what came in, making sense of it all, basically preparing the ground so that your mind can finally truly rest.
There is such a psychological release in the simple act of planning. Our minds, they just love to get stuck in a loop, don't they? Chewing on all the things we haven't finished. But the moment you write tomorrow's tasks down on a piece of paper, you break the loop. You've externalized it. It's like you're delegating the worry from your present self to your future self.
And a really deep calm can come over you after you do that. It's the feeling of letting go. It's an act of trust, really. Trusting that the plan will still be there in the morning, so your mind, it doesn't have to carry that weight anymore. It's finally allowed to just be still. This idea of a digital sunset, it's about creating a conscious boundary. It's a deliberate decision to turn away from that stimulating blue light of our screens. It's a clear signal to your brain that the day is over. And that's what allows your body's own natural, ancient sleep rhythms to finally come to the surface.
A real physical book. It's like a gentle off-ramp for a busy mind. It's so different from a screen, which is just this chaotic world of links and notifications. A printed page, it asks for one thing: your quiet, calm attention. And it just guides your brain, slowly and peacefully, toward rest.
We tend to think of sleep as just shutting down, an absence of activity, but it's not. It's the final, and maybe the most crucial act of the day. It's this sacred quiet time when your brain gets to work as an archivist. It sorts through everything from the day, throws out what doesn't matter, and turns all that effort into something that lasts, into memory, into understanding. It's so easy to buy into the myth of the 14-hour workday. It sounds impressive, but our ability to truly focus it's a very fragile and limited resource. The real way to measure a day, I think, isn't by how many hours we were busy. It's by the quality of those few precious hours when we were completely, deeply present.
So the goal in all of this, it can't be a perfect streak of perfect days. That's just not how life works. The real strength isn't found in never messing up. It's found in the quiet decision to just start again the next morning. No matter what happened the day before, just begin again.
Maybe the real work isn't about building that perfect bridge from our goals to our accomplishments. Maybe the real work is in shaping the kind of person who has the courage to take that first step onto the bridge, and, more importantly, the self-compassion to take it again the next day. Because that's the daily struggle, isn't it? And it's also the daily victory